Hey everyone, so this is exciting for me because I haven't created a YouTube video in a little while, and I'm excited that the next one I'm jumping into is a few of my life-changing favorite habits and just things that I love doing and some self-care tips. And yeah, the number one thing that I do and start my day off with is drinking a lot of water. So I wake up in the morning and I always have my bottle around with me. I try to drink maybe 2 of these a day, and I used to not drink any water. Used to not be able to get me to drink, I don't know, maybe one of those like small water bottles a day, or maybe even over a period of 2 days. And I just was feeling intuitively that not drinking water was making me really sad and just like sluggish and depressed, and I just started to incorporate water into my life daily, and I'm a water sign and our bodies are made up of water, and it makes a huge difference. So I start off my morning every morning with drinking about maybe this much water. I like to just chug it, maybe 8 ounces of water as soon as I wake up. My number 2 is a clean environment, a good feng shui. Whether there's clothes on the floor from the night before, or maybe a few dishes in the sink, or maybe some of Sage's toys on the floor, I like to just spend a minimum of 5 minutes every morning just finding something to do to clean, to just feel better about my environment, feel a little more comfortable and homey and relax, like I don't have, clutter around. And yeah, that would be my number 2. Also included in my morning routine is getting some sort of movement. I like to either dance or just do a little quick exercise, and just get like my body all warmed up. And then once my body's all warmed up, I will stretch. I'll make sure that I stretch out my legs and stretch out my neck and my arms. And then I'll go into a quick yoga practice, whether it's 5 minutes or 10 minutes, just getting my mind warmed up for the day, focusing on a pose and doing my breath work and just really connecting into my body and being grateful for my health and being able to move and I have legs, and really honoring my body. And it's a time for me to connect with myself. The most magical thing is gratitude, and every morning, maybe even as soon as I wake up, I just say like, thank you, I'm awake, I'm here, I have another day. Thank you for the home that I have to wake up in. Changed my life. If you're waking up sad or grumpy, it's gonna kind of make the blueprint for your day, and saying something that you're grateful for as soon as you wake up instantly changes that vibration to whatever it is, to happiness and gratitude. As well as soon as I wake up, I have a daily gratitude journal. And in here I just make a list of all the things that I am grateful for. And yeah, sometimes on the back I'll write like affirmations. I'll say I'm grateful for, and then on the back I'll say like I am responsible for making my own dreams come true. I am doing what it takes every day to build the life I dream of. I am responsible for my own vessel, my own well-being. Yeah, really cool. So gratitude, just different gratitude exercises. You could just even Google gratitude exercises, and there'll be like ones on relationships and ones on money and ones on your health. So gratitude. And then next would be affirmations, the word I am. And I am is just really powerful because they're present words. They bring you into your present moment. Not I will, not I have been, but I am. And the only way to make your reality is through your present moment. And if you're saying I am so sad or I am so not worthy of something, then your future is going to unravel, and it's going to have that energy from right now and bring it into the future. So affirmations, and at first it could be hard, to like really genuinely mean what you're saying, but you just think of something that you want to work on, and or maybe that you don't want to work on, and just look at yourself in the mirror and you just say like, I am beautiful, and I am abundant, and I am caring, and I am nurturing, and do your best to just imagine those words coming through your heart, and you're looking at yourself and you just really feel it. And affirmations have changed my life as well. Gratitude and affirmations are beautiful. Every day I make sure I get into nature. Get into nature, I mean by like taking off your shoes and putting your feet in the soil and hugging a tree and just really connecting with the beauty of nature and just like where you come from. And everyone has been birthed through a woman, and the earth has a lot of female energy, and it's just connecting with where you came from. Nature is the most detoxing, connective energy I've come across, and it's really just brought me into such a blissful state sometimes when I really needed it. And every single day I've made it a habit now to make sure I get into nature at least once. Another amazing habit that I've recently taken on is reading every day. Reading, I found that it like clears my mind, like I don't feel as foggy, mine is not as like scattered. And currently I'm reading Wisdom. I love this book. I always have a highlighter and I always highlight my books, and I take some time out and I read outside every day, either when Sage is asleep or sometimes she'll lay down next to me, a nurse, and I'll just be reading. And yeah, it's really allowed me to collect my thoughts and just become less foggy in my mind. A huge habit or something to apply into your life is being aware of who you follow, what kind of music you're listening to, and if you watch TV, what are you watching? We don't really watch TV because we just find that like nothing really resonates with us, and if we do, it's like a documentary, and we're always very aware of what we're putting into our subconscious. But like for me, social media, maybe 3 years ago, I went through all of my social media and I unfollowed hundreds of people, and I just try and keep it as genuine and humble and loving and inspiring and motivating as possible. A place that I feel comfortable and like to be myself. My page is full of affirmations, and yeah, I'm very aware of my vibe and keeping it clear. So yeah, who do you follow, and do you feel like it serves you? When you go through your followers, take some time out today and go through your followers and think, do all of these people serve me for my highest good? And if they don't, maybe think about it for a while whether or not you should be putting them into your subconscious daily, if you do go on your phone daily. And music. this has been a big one for me because I used to listen to a lot of rap and hip hop, but I would say over the past 2 years I really haven't, and I only listen to either Hertz or meditation music or some beautiful artists who make meditation music or make chanting music. And I listen to reggae as well, very high vibes and just loving and compassionate music, you know, because so much stuff is just constantly going into our mind and making up our subconscious, and in order to be aware and taking control of it, we want to make sure that we're aware of what we're putting in there and just letting absorb into our minds. So who you follow, if you watch TV, what are you watching? Does it serve you, or is it just numbing you? And music, yeah. So I don't do this every day, but I try to do it often. Journaling, or maybe just simply writing poetry. You just sit down and just whatever comes to you. You don't even need to worry about your handwriting or anything like that. And just start writing. Say, today is blah blah blah. I feel tired and I am about to go to school, or I am about to go to work, or I am about to go do yoga and stretch, blah blah blah. Just whatever comes to your mind. It could maybe even be something about yesterday and you'll go, wow, like I didn't even realize that was still on my mind. It's really, really healthy, I would say, to just get it out. And for me, a lot of times poetry comes easy because I don't really have a lot of thoughts. I'm more of like, I have a lot of emotions kind of person. And yeah, I like to put my emotions into words on paper. Yeah, journaling I found is very healthy, especially when I need to like vent or get something out. Eating less processed foods and less cooked foods. So that would mean mainly raw or lightly cooked vegetables and fruits. I found that like raw foods have been so energizing and like electrifying and like fill me up with happiness, and like I feel so much more alive when I'm eating a lot of fruits and vegetables that are like either slightly cooked or not cooked at all. You know, food is supposed to energize you, and if it's making you want to sleep, it's not, you know, your body is taking a lot of energy to process it, and it's not necessarily bringing you a lot of energy and filling you up with happiness. So a lot of raw fruits and vegetables I found makes me feel very energized and happy. A big one, I think, for everyone is less screen time. Our phones are made of blue light, and blue light is not good for us, and it can even make us go blind in parts of our eyes. Like it'll kill our cells in our eyes, and you can get like fuzzy spots or just like blind spots. And I was starting to experience this for a little while, and I'm not usually on my phone for that long, but the blue light is just so like, I don't know, piercing, that I was starting to get this. So for about a week I went on my phone for only about 20 minutes a day, and this just made me feel so present and like aware of my life. And I always find I feel less cranky and less sad and, you know, just happy and present when I'm on my phone less. And it gives me more time with Sage, and I love just sitting with her and playing with her toys with her instead, or reading a book, or meditating, or doing more yoga. And like I said, some people aren't really following people that are serving their highest good, so less screen time is always a good thing. So this one's a little unique, but every day, if it is sunny, because it's not always sunny here, especially in the winter, in the morning, in the rising, look into the sun, get it through your eyes and absorb it into your body. Sun time, I call it sun time. It's always just so nice. People in the past used to think that the sun gave you cancer, but the sun is actually so good for you. The reason why people would get skin cancer is because they're not getting the sun through their eyes, and when you get it through your eyes, your body does, I don't know what the process is, but it makes you able to absorb the sunlight better. Therefore, your skin is not as reactive, therefore getting sunburns to it. So I like to get into the sun. I like to get into the sun every day and make sure I get some sun time, and I do my best to do like naked sunbathing or nude bathing, especially with Sage, and we have a bonding time. Giving, especially from your heart, always makes me feel so good. I love to give, and just like whether it's a hug or a smile, or if I feel like someone is having a bad day and I feel their energy, I'll like imagine I'm sprinkling, like love and light to them, and it just always makes me feel so good to give, no matter what, whether it's money or food. Like Hunter and I, sometimes we make food and we go hand it out, and like sometimes I get so happy that I cry, like just seeing them so happy, like, oh my god, thank you so much, like you're so amazing. It really is like so beautiful to give from your heart. It just makes you feel all warm inside. Maybe one of my favorites is going to bed early. I love going to bed with the sun and waking up with the sun. I find that if I go to bed anywhere like past 9, no matter how long I sleep, I just like feel like heavier the next day. And going to bed early, I always feel like I wake up more refreshed and just like I'm ready for the day. Yeah, I love going to bed with the sun. Back in ancient times, people used to go to bed with the sun. Our circadian rhythm is naturally in tune to going to bed with the sun, or at least it's supposed to be. But yeah, it takes some time to adapt to going to bed early, but once you do, it feels so nice. My last and final habit that I've brought into this past year is writing goals and intentions. Sometimes I'll do a little candle magic and I'll say an intention like I just want peace and love for this day, and I'll put essential oil on the wick and I'll bring the energy up, and I'll hold the wick and I'll bring the wick upwards and bring that into my life, and then I'll light the candle, and then once the candle is burning, it will, bring the energy into your life. A goals list that I'm working on, whether it's like travel here, travel there, or get a home, or get a car, or get, maybe it's not even a material thing, but just, like one of my goals was spend less of an hour on my phone every day, and pretty soon I'll feel like I'll be able to cross it off completely as one of my goals. One of my goals was to never take anything without giving something back, so if someone gives me something, even if I just genuinely say thank you, and write like a beautiful long message, I'm never going to take anything without giving. That's one of my goals. So write a goal list of maybe you'll have 30 things of goals that you have, and just you'll feel so good once you start to cross them off and just read them every day, and just in your subconscious mind you'll be focused on those. So these are all of my habits, my favorite habits that I've brought into my life. I'm gonna list them off just so you get a bullet point list. Drinking water. I only drink alkaline water. I probably only drink alkaline water for the past 2 years now. When I wake up, I spend at least 5 minutes cleaning up my environment and just making it all nice and organized. Daily gratitude exercises or a daily gratitude journal. Just waking up and saying I'm so grateful for this and I'm so grateful for that. Gratitude has really transformed my life, like, completely. Anything that is negative in your life, you could try and think of things that you're grateful for that, and instantly you'll feel better, like, okay, it's not as bad. Affirmations, the words I am, are very powerful. Stretching, moving, and yoga, as well as meditation. Sometimes yoga is my meditation because it's very mindful for me. Just moving your body and waking up in the morning, making sure you warm up your muscles and just connect with yourself. And yeah, nature every day, earthing, putting your feet into the soil and connecting and getting that good, energy of creation and just connecting with the earth. Reading every day. What type of people do you follow? What are you watching on TV if you are? And what are you listening to? Are you listening to good podcasts? Are you listening to music that is good vibration and positive? Journaling, just writing a page to 3 pages of just like whatever's in your mind. Eating less processed and more raw fruits and vegetables really leaves me energized. Less screen time. That blue light is not so good. So for me, my goal is less than an hour a day, 20 minutes a day. Getting into the sun. Make sure you're in the rising and in the evening when the sun is setting and when the sun is rising. Getting that light into your eyes. Or nude sunbathing is also really nice. I always make sure that I'm giving, because giving just feels so good. Going to bed early and having a list of goals and intentions, and every morning I wake up and I light a candle and I set an intention for my day. And those are my favorite habits that I've brought into this past year, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do any of these, or if you do multiple, let me know how it goes. You can write me on Instagram at Alliya Valentin. And yeah, these are my favorite. I hope you enjoy, and please let me know how you like them as well.